Welcome. I'm Dr. Jane Tornator from everydaylove.me. Today I'm going to give you 3 tips for dealing with stress. They're super helpful when we're dealing with everyday stress that continues every single day, like now. They're also really helpful when we're dealing with just everyday stress or just how we live our daily lives to just lower our stress level, period. So they are focused on our body, our mind, and our actions. So 3-prong approach to stress reduction. The first one is the basic exercise, and you might have seen this before, and I would highly recommend it. You do it a lot these days. So what you do is and you'll notice my Band-Aid from my cut, but you cross your fingers, and if your shoulders are okay with it, put your hands behind the head. If they aren't, just keep your shoulders down. But if they are okay, put your hands behind your head, and then keeping your head straight forward, look to the right until you yawn, swallow, or sigh. And then when that's done, look to the left until you yawn, swallow, or sigh. That time I swallowed. It can take up to 60 seconds each side. I do it a lot each day. So my system, almost as soon as I do this, I start to yawn. So my system's cued in to going into parasympathetic, the rest, digest, heal. So I would recommend doing that a lot. It will help your system lower its stress. The second one is using our mind. It's called the circle of power and control. I've actually started recently calling it circle of power and victim. The circle of power is what we actually can control, which are our thoughts and our behaviors. What we think and what we do. Those are the 2 things we actually have control over. The circle of control or victim is everything other than our thoughts and our behaviors. It's the weather, it's the coronavirus, it's politics, it's the environment, it's traffic, it's the cost of food, it's everything. It's the people you're quarantined with. It's the people you're not quarantined with, right? So when we're out here, we're stuck, helpless, hopeless, anxious, worried, mostly helpless and frustrated. So anytime you find any of those feelings, come here and go, okay, so is there anything I can do about this? And if I've tried to do something or I can't do something and it hasn't worked, if I've tried to do something and it hasn't worked or I can't do something, then how am I going to be with this? This is what is. How do I want to be with this situation as it is? That's where we always, always, always have a choice. The third thing is our actions. When we are helpless and out of control, sometimes the littlest actions will help bring us back into a sense of having some power, being able to be capable of affecting change. One of my favorite things I've been doing since the coronavirus is giving chocolate to the cashiers and baggers when I check out at grocery stores. It's because I can, sending money to causes and people and artists that I love and want to support. It's spending time meditating every day. It's doing this a lot. It's sending a note or making a quick call to somebody you care about to let them know you care. No matter how helpless we are, there are always little things we can do to affect change in our lives. And sometimes it's the very littlest ones, just taking a moment and taking a breath. Sometimes those are the ones that are most powerful to help us. All right, so try those tips, see how they work for you, and in the meantime, take good care. Bye.